Hello and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we're going to be doing something completely different from the irregular content. We're going to be doing a tier list. Now we're going to go from the best to the worst Pokemon games. So without further ado, I've sorted out all the Pokemon games down the bottom here, so they're all lined up in specific order when they got released. So let's start this tier list. So Red and Blue, obviously great games. They're going straight in the A tier, no question about it. Now, Pokemon Yellow on the Game Boy, I actually didn't really get too much experience in this game. So we're going to use the D column here for games that I'm not going to give my opinion on, but I don't have a strong enough opinion to put in one of the tiers. So we're going to use D tier as one where I'm not going to put an opinion on. Now this also goes for Pokemon Crystal. I'm also going to be fair to it. Didn't really put so many hours into the game, haven't completed it. So I'm just going to put that in the D tier as well. Just keeping it real on this tier list because this is all in my opinion. All right, we got Gold and Silver. Now these games are great games. Massive fan of the Gold and Silver games. But what I'm going to put these both in A tier because they're just absolute classics and they deserve to be in the A tier. Now we're coming up to the Game Boy Advance era, and this is where I spent a bit more time in my Pokemon years. So Ruby version, I'm going to give it the first one, the S tier. What a game that was. So the backstory for the Ruby version, I actually started on Pokemon Diamond just down here. And then I went back to all these games which are in the tier list right now and played. So Ruby was my favorite out of all the ones there so far. Now, Sapphire, I'm going to put in the A list as well. Not a massive fan of Kyogre. That's the only thing I'm going to go off at this point. I'm more a fan of the Grounded. So Grounded gets the S tier. Now, for Fire Red and Leaf Green, as you can see on the bottom there, it says Player's Choice. Now, for this one, I didn't really get to play too much of. I definitely got around to playing Emerald, but these two, I only played a little bit. So for that, I'm just going to put them on the B tier list. Pokemon Emerald version now, where I'm going to be putting this one. This one is tough. This is tough. I'm going to put it in A tier. There's going to be a few in A tier, I reckon. I reckon A tier is going to stack up quite a bit in this tier list, but Emerald definitely deserves an A position. Now we're up to the Nintendo DS era. This is where I've got very strong opinions on all these games because these ones I know I've put in the hours. Everything up from Diamond all the way down to Legends of Arceus is where we're up to at the moment. So Pokemon Diamond was the first ever game that I actually got my hands on, and then I went back to play these classics, but not too much of these two. So Pokemon Diamond, it's going to stay in my heart forever. This one's going up to an S tier. Pokemon Diamond definitely deserves it. That's where I really fell in love with Pokemon. So Diamond's definitely up there. Pearl, I'm going to put here in a B tier. Really never played too much Pearl. Didn't play too much Pearl when it did come out because I was more onto the Diamond, but I did spend a few hours in that game. And I do enjoy it, but I reckon a B tier, for my opinion, is the right way to go. Pokemon Platinum, an absolute gem this one is. This one's going straight up to S tier. Now, I'm leaning more towards the S tier on these games because the hours and stuff I spent into them, the amount of fun I've had in these games is just crazy. So, Pokemon Platinum gets an S tier. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, probably the two of my favorite games out there. The thing about Heart Gold, Soul Silver, it's like two games in one. You got two maps. Pokemon need to bring that back. Like, that was fantastic. Gold version and the Silver version up here as well. I put them in A. I didn't really get to spend too much time on those ones, but these two, I definitely smashed out the park. So I'm giving these both an absolute S ranking. Awesome games in my opinion. Plus with the Pokewalking thing as well, I really enjoyed that feature that they introduced into those games. This one here is definitely going to leave some salty comments down below, I can already tell you. But Pokemon Black and White, I can guarantee you right now, is 100% my favorite game of all time. Pokemon Black is the one that I started off, and then I got Pokemon White. Pokemon Black, I have about 350, 400 hours in that game. Just an absolute awesome game. Really enjoyed it. I have to give it to you. This one's going to leave some salty comments. But so Pokemon Black was definitely my favorite. Pokemon White, I did come back. So Pokemon White, I'm just going to leave it in the A tier. This one might be confusing to you viewers. I didn't actually really enjoy too much of Pokemon Black and White 2. I don't know what it was. I think it's because how many hours I put into Black and White. I didn't really enjoy this one too much. So we're going to put this in the B tier for both of them. Alrighty, and now we're on the X and Y. X and Y really opens me up to shiny hunting. So the shiny hunting method in these two games was insane. You got the fishing method, Masuda method, Poke Radar. It was crazy how many shinies you could go on to get into these two games, and these were the first titles released here on the 3DS as well. So definitely a big fan of Pokemon Y, so Pokemon Y definitely belongs in the A tier. Didn't spend too much time with Pokemon X, so that's going to hit up a B tier, but still a great game because of those shinies. Now we get to the point of the tier list. Now these games are a bit debatable. Personally, I didn't enjoy some of these titles coming up here on the tier list. So Omega Ruby, I'm going to give it a B. Alpha Sapphire, didn't really enjoy that much, to be honest, because I just put all my time in Omega Ruby. Alpha Sapphire, I'm honestly just going to put in a C tier. That's going to be our lowest tier of this tier list. I definitely had a bit of fun in Pokemon Sun and Moon, so for both those games, I'm going to put them in a B tier. I wouldn't go any higher than that. I definitely had some fun, but I reckon they deserve the B tier for both of those. Alright, so now Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, did not enjoy these games too much at all. So they're definitely going to go to a bit of a C tier personally for me. And just like that, now we're up to the Nintendo Switch era. And Nintendo Switch started the games off, as we all know, by Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I did finish these games. I completed them. The whole like battling and catching mechanics, I did not enjoy that at all. So they're definitely going in a C tier. I can guarantee you that much. Did not enjoy them. Now, Pokemon Sword and Shield, great titles in my opinion. That's what really separated everyone's hurt from the Pikachu and Eevee games. So this one, I'm going to chuck in an S tier. I really enjoyed Sword. Didn't play too much of the Shield. So for Shield, I'm going to chuck it in an A anyway. So for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I'm going to give them a B tier. They're more games for nostalgia-wise, for people who played them back in the day. And now they can play them now on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm definitely, that's for nostalgia, so I'm going to give that a B tier. Legends Arceus is a really hard one to put on, because I enjoy the game mechanics. I enjoy the different feel of the Pokemon game. But there's also a few things that I don't enjoy in there. So for that, at the moment, I'm also going to give that a B tier. So everyone, that is my tier list. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know your tier list and what you'd move around. And also let me know if you want to see more videos like this in the future. And I'll see everyone in a brand new video next time.